All right, meme of the week. Speaking of rules that don't exist, I hate it when you see a sign and suddenly your plans are ruined.
That's not allowed.
Triceratops writing.
Talk about adultitis. Come on.
Terrible.
That's what we're going to do.
All right, well, this week we wanted to talk about something that we've done in the past.
Familiar.
We've shared a little bit. Yeah, there you go.
A little foreshadowing.
A little Scram winter. So when you are in a spot, I don't know where people are because I know like some people live in Arizona and it's not really ever winter, or at least the way we think of winter, where it's freezing. And I know some of the Southwest or Southeast, I should say, has been killed with some snow that's unusual.
Way more than us.
Have had hardly anything.
Yeah.
So, but there may come a time before winter's over when you are ready to show winter the door. Maybe it's now for some of you. Maybe it's next week. Maybe it's in a few weeks. But what we want to encourage you to do is to host a Scram winter party. And that was one of the things we encouraged our Wonder and Whimsy Society members to do. I think I'd mentioned this in the past. We'd sent a little postcard this year.
I love this little postcard, by the way.
Recently.
It's so cute.
How to host a Scram winter party. And we have some tips that we want to share with you. So when we did this was quite a few years ago, and you're going to love some of these pictures.
Oh, wow.
So the basic concept is you bring...
pale, but I think I'm the same color right now.
You bring the tropics to you. So how do you do that? Especially if you live in a northern climate where there are no tropics at any time. You jack up the thermostat to like 80-something degrees, maybe 90.
Crank it.
Put on shorts, put on tropical shirts, get some lays, make some fruity drinks. I think you have some sunscreen on your nose there.
Yes, I do.
Sunglasses, right? You're going to want to think about the decor. Bring some bright flowers, some colorful flowers. Maybe the food needs to be tropical. We got pizza with pineapple and ham. Hawaiian pizza. Fruit kebabs, as you mentioned. Notice the plates, very tropical, right? Yeah. And we had some friends over, and we had a good time. So,
ironically, we had my Valentine pal over.
We did, yeah.
Dave Termerman came over that night. That was so much fun. Oh my gosh.
So it could be like fruit kebabs, key lime pies, something made with coconut. Maybe you watch a movie that has something to do with Hawaii or the tropics, like Blue Hawaii or Lilo and Stitch or something like that.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite tips to share, and a lot of people can do this. We know a little bit more how this works because of Zoom, with the way the background works. But I made a poor man's green screen. Basically, I took a green tablecloth and just hung it up.
That was so much fun.
And then we took pictures, and you can see Ben there where he's got the green screen. And then I just took it into a photo editing program, selected the green, deleted it, and put in a tropical background.
It worked.
And it was pretty good. So I love that. It reminds me, we only have 2 kids there. We have Ginny, Ben, and our oldest daughter was sick.
Fever.
Yes.
I know.
But that brought back some fun memories. But not only that. So like I said, some of us live in areas where it is not snowing. It is not winter. It doesn't get exceptionally cold. And what we trust you to do is to take the idea and run with it, make it your own. And we have some people we wanted to highlight who did just that. They're watching tonight, actually. Paul and Kara Tracy did a wonderful, wonderful job. And I actually wrote, she shared this in the private group of the Wonder and Whimsy Society. I hope it's okay to share this. It didn't feel like it was exceptionally private, although I do have your address and social security number here.
And your DNA samples.
But Kara said, I must admit, I don't want winter to Scram, which makes sense. Right. When you live in Arizona,
makes sense.
The more tolerable temperatures are welcome. She said, I wanted to stay as long as possible, if not longer. But we can't pass up a chance to dress up and throw ourselves a theme party. And so ours was more of a Scram COVID. Love it.
What?
Love it.
A good idea. Yes.
So they can go back to Hawaii, which is one of their favorite places. So they enjoyed Mai Tais, plate lunch with barbecue tempeh kebabs, Kona coffee ice cream, coconut and macadamia nuts on them while listening to Hawaiian tunes. And after dinner, we watched my favorite, Lava, which is it was at the beginning of Moana, I believe, that little short, that little cute.
That does sound
I think
familiar.
that's what she was referring to.
I wish we could have been there.
These little like tiki cups that she's got, and
I love their joyful vibe that they're putting out.
Yes.
Right.
So we always like to point out when our community is doing a great job fighting adultitis. We love sharing inspiration, but we love it even more when you do something with it and make it your own and take it to the next level, which Paul and Kara definitely did.
Yes, of course they shared it in the private group, but I also saw them share it out on social, and it was kind of neat to see people being like, I wish I could have been there. Like, so the idea of like the joy you put out in the world, it's contagious. It just brings people like that connectedness that so many of us are still missing. So way to go, you guys. Always kudos.
Yes, and I love the Scram COVID thing. I think we can all relate to that. And it basically just comes down to, again, like we don't realize how much power we have over our own moods and our own thoughts and feelings, and just being able to say, you know what, we're throwing a Scram winter party, a Scram COVID party, and we're gonna have fun, and you just do it. And adultitis really, really hates that.
It does. Good for you guys.
So thank you guys. Keep up the good work. And